Okay, so I had water also dripping here, so I've taken out this section of the wall and it's coming down from this pipe and this pipe. So these pipes are going up here, so I'm going to have to basically follow this up and see. I'm probably going to have to cut sections out of here and try and find where it's coming from. But yeah, this is not going to be fun. Welcome everyone to today's video. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you've all had a good start to the second week of 2024. My start to the second week has been because I've been off today and yesterday because Nikki's taking a couple of her keeping in touch days. She's on maternity leave at the moment. As most of you know, you've been following the channel. We had baby Jessica in August last year, so Nikki's still on maternity leave, but she's using a couple of her keeping in touch days to go back into the office. They've had some work events and stuff, so she's gone in for a couple of days, which means I've been at home with the kids, which is actually quite nice. I don't usually get just alone time, just me and the kids, so it's actually been really nice to just spend some time with them. But it all has to come to an end. So I'm back at work tomorrow. I've got a day of, I think it's just odd jobs, services, gas safeties, a couple of breakdowns. So they'll be filmed and put out later on. This video has got a couple of jobs in it. I've got Dennis with me on this video, so I'm trying to teach him a few things, but we went to one job where we just like got to the point where like, right, I can't do any more. Had to walk away from it, and that was that. But the last job on this one was meant to be just a service, and we all know what it means when you just have a service in silly season, because this was done just before Christmas. Have a watch. Let me know what you guys think and what you would have done in the same situation of the job that I walked away from. If there's another way that you guys would have tackled it, then I'm keen to know. But as ever, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good one, and thanks for watching. Right, first job of the day. I've got a full service on this CDI. Well, it's not me. Dennis is going to be taking charge of this one, so I'm going to be guiding him, telling him exactly what he needs to do. And this is going to be his first time doing a full strip down service on any boiler, isn't it? Yeah. So we're going to run him through it. Shouldn't be too bad. It's a CDI. They're a lot more easier to service than the Green Stars, the ones with kebab heat exchangers. So we've got all the bits, we've got all the seals, we've got the electrodes, got AAV if we need. Let me turn the boiler off because I'm doing a tightness test at the moment, so I don't want that. Completely forgot to turn it off, but yeah, luckily that's not going to fire. So just wait for the drop test to finish and then we'll start getting this stripped out. Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Let's do it. So I was just about to get Dennis to take off the cover by undoing the clips above it. Get on the step stool. Look at that. There's no flue cap there. And it's nowhere to be seen here or anywhere. I really hope I've got one of those in the van. I'm not even sure if I do, but I really hope I do. Otherwise, that's just going to throw a spanner in the works today because I've got so much on today. Right, I'm going to get Dennis to take the case off and we're going to have a look in the van, see if I've got one of them. Right, so Dennis has got the case off and straight away, the first thing I've noticed, electrodes. So we're going to be changing those electrodes to the one which has got the solid bar without the sight glass. Got the seals for there, got the top burner seal, got the bearing plate, and AAV standard always leaks. So we're going to drain the pressure out of the boiler and then change that AAV and then do all the rest of the bits. And I'm going to see if I've got one of those tests. Oh, excuse me, that's my stomach. See if I've got one of those flue caps in. So Dennis, grab a screwdriver. Oh, it's there. We're going to get the front flap down and we're going to drain the boiler out first. So we're not off to a great start for Dennis's first boiler service, unfortunately. First, we found that the flue cap's missing in there. Secondly, we can't drop this case forward, so it's going to be difficult for him to get to the hydraulics and everything. I might have to sort of take over on this a little bit just to try and speed things up. We've got other jobs we need to get to, but it's not the best first experience for him, unfortunately. But we're still going to try and get him to do as much as we can, but we do have quite a bit to get through today, so we're going to just try and tag team. I'll probably be tagging in and out just to give him a hand and get things done. But we'll get the boiler drained out first and we'll try and get the AAV change initially. And then this bit he should be able to do because obviously we've got full access to everything up there. Right, that's the old AAV out. New one's in, which was an absolute pig to do. Now, I'm going to be dead serious with you guys. I'm not going to be able to clean that condense trap. I can't get it out for love nor money, because first of all, this is in the way, and even the actual base of it, like, look at that, I can't actually get that even cap off. So I'm going to give it a service, but I can't get that off. I can't get it out to clean it or anything like that, unless I cut all this out. So I'll speak to the customer, but if they don't want me to cut it out, then we'll do the service. But that's one thing that's not going to get cleaned out, unfortunately, and it is what it is. And I don't even think I've got time to start doing some carpentry work today, because I've got so much on today. So yeah, we'll just have to work with what we can, unfortunately. I hate it when kitchen fitters do this. They just box a boiler in completely and they don't think about future access for maintenance and servicing and things like that. It really winds me up. But yeah, we can only just work with what we've got, unfortunately. So Dennis has just got the old electrodes out. So it's not too bad condition, but obviously we've got to change it because of the sight glass anyway. So there you go. Make sure you pop them back in the same way that you took the old ones out. Remember which way they were in?
Yeah.
Which way? Yeah. That's it. And how can you tell if you weren't sure?
Tell by the shape of these.
That's it. There you go. You've got 2 new screws here. So do that. I'm going to get the other bits out so you can start stripping out the burner and everything as well in a minute. Alright, so we're just taking off the front burner skin. We're going to have a look at what it's like on the inside. In the meantime, we'll get the cleaning tools out. Got the new seal for that. And got the little cleaning blade and the brush. This brush is a bit naff, to be fair. It'll break hugely. I mean, it's already bent inside the packaging. Most likely it will break the first time we use it, but let's see.
So how would you get it?
So you just pull it. It's going to be, there you go. There'll be a rubber seal in there. So we've got to change that seal. So you've got to pop these 2 clips off, take that seal out, and then that's what we replace with this seal here. That doesn't look too bad inside actually, but we'll give it a little brush through, and then obviously got the Karsha to give it a blast through from the top as well. Right, he's got the burner out. Right, now on top there, you've got the burner itself, so yeah, pull that out. Don't worry if you rip that rubber seal, because we're going to be replacing it anyway. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, not that one. Here we go. I've got the new burner skin. That's it. So be gentle with the actual burner itself, because it's like a fabric type material. So it might just be stuck at the back a little bit. You should just lift up and then pull out. There you go. All right, pass me that. Let me have a look. Yeah, that looks pretty clean. That's not bad. Right, take this seal off. Josh is calling me. Let me see what he wants. All right, boiler is all back together. So what we changed today? Everything here.
Yeah, everything.
So the top burner seal, the fan bearing plate and the fan seal, electrodes, the front seal, and the AAV. The only thing we haven't been able to do is clean the condense trap, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We've got to work with what we've got. Now we're just going to start doing our 26.9 checks, and this is the bit that I'll take over because he's not gas safe yet, and I'll teach him how to do it, but I'll do it, or you can watch how I do it, and then I'll get you to do it on another one whilst I'm supervising you. So Dennis is still very new to the whole game. He's doing his level 1 NVQ in plumbing and heating, and then he's going to move on to his level 2, and then he may do his gas in the future. So he's coming out with me at the moment, teaching him what I can, and hopefully give him a little bit of a head start if he does decide to go into gas. So He's done his first boiler service, and now we're going to do our 26.9 checks, and then we're going to crack on and get on to the next one. Right, so this next job is a trace and repair on a leak. Now, the leak is coming somewhere from here. I was here a couple of days ago. The boiler here has been dropping pressure, so literally as soon as you top it up, it just drops, and it was also tripping out the electrics. So I filled it up and I could hear water coming from here, and then I could see a puddle of water that sort of came out from there. They had a stacked tumble dryer washing machine here, so that's all been removed. They've taken it out for us. So now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to probably top up the pressure. I just want to see where the water's coming from. There's obviously a bank of pipes inside this boxing, so just got to try and find where it's coming from, cut out whatever section needs cutting out, and then try and do a repair. So let's get to it. Oh, it might even just be a push fit or something, because it looks like there's a bit of plastic running through here as well. All right, let's top up some pressure and see what we can find. Right, so I'm just filling up pressure at the moment. Oh, I can hear it. Where's that coming from? There. Right. Don't know if you can see. We've got water literally streaming out. So that's coming from further up. Alright, let's turn the water off and start cutting open some of this boxing. Let's see where it's coming from. Okay, so I had water also dripping here, so I've taken out this section of the wall, and it's coming down from this pipe and this pipe. So these pipes are going up here, so I'm going to have to basically follow this up and see. I'm probably going to have to cut sections out of here and try and find where it's coming from. But yeah, this is not going to be fun. Right, so I've ended up just breaking open the whole boxing. There's a bank of pipes up here. Got loads of push fits, and it looks like it might be that one there, but I'm going to top up the pressure now and see if I can get the leak to happen again. Can I see it? I can definitely hear it. I still can't see it. Looks like it's further up, higher than I thought. But it's getting closer. I think it is definitely somewhere there. Right, let's turn the water back off and do a bit more. Got to do a bit more damage. Try and find exactly where it's coming from. I reckon it's one of those up there somewhere, but I've got to do a bit more breaking open. Might have to, what's that? That's a false ceiling, so I might even have to break that open. See if I can get to what's on this side here. That's up there. I want to avoid that because obviously this is the kitchen, that's all done. If I can, the damage here is fine because this is all going to be hidden, can be made good afterwards. But those pipes are going that way, which is then going through this boxing up here. Let's see if I can find it from here. Right, I've opened up a bit more, exposed some more, and let's see if we can find this leak now. Dennis, turn it on. I can nearly see it. Turn it off. Oh my days. It's somewhere right back here. All this is soaked. But still, I can hear it. Still can't see it. Where is it? Right, I can see a jet of water. Which way is it jetting? Right, I'm going to try and get my hand up there. Right, I found it. It's basically on that push fit pipe there. Yeah, I can feel the water. All right, turn it off, Dennis. yeah, I can feel the hole there, right there. See, I can turn it off there. So it's basically on that pipe. Don't know if the torch is washing it out too much, but yeah, it's on that pipe. Now, how I'm going to get to that, I have no idea. Because that's in the foundation there. Not the foundation, it's in the main wall, and that's right in there. I don't even know if I can get to it from here, even. I don't know. Right, time to make a call to the customer because he's not here right now. Let him know the situation and see what we can do. Okay, so I've just sent a video to the customer, and I think there's not much I can do here because where the pipes are, they're literally right in the middle of this load bearing wall. And obviously I don't want to start hacking away at this lovely kitchen. So they've got builders who are working on another site at the moment, and they're going to get them down to see if there's something they can do to either create a better, I mean, if it's a builder doing it, it's only push fit, so they can repair that themselves anyway. It's just where it is, that leak is right in the middle of the wall, and I'm 99% sure it's mice, because the way that leak is, it's not a clear split. You can feel like the rough edges on it. And not only that, I'm gonna put my hand up here, find all this newspaper cuttings, which is another sign that mice are probably nesting up here, because obviously you've got heating pipes, so it's going to be quite nice and warm, and you can feel where it's been gnawed away. I haven't tried pulling it, but there's literally no play to pull that bit forward. I can get my hand to it, but I won't be able to get any tools to it because you got that whole section up there. So I think it needs to be cut further back and another section pushed through, then into here. But it sounds straightforward, but it's not as straightforward. And that water is getting into the lighting circuit, so it's tripped the lights here. But I've got the rest of the power back on at the moment. So I don't know if I'll be coming back to this job to do the repair or if the customer's builder is going to do it. But yeah, this is where we're at the moment. See, it's not all fun and games fixing boilers. Sometimes we have to deal with this sort of stuff where it's a little bit out of our hands and out of our control. But yeah, this is where we are at the moment. Can't do much more. I'm just going to have a little clear up here and then go on to the next job for now. Right, so I didn't record this one earlier because it was meant to just be a straightforward service, just a standard service on a Potterton Suprema a main HE, which is basically a Potterton Suprema HE. But we encountered some problems and we're back here same day to do the repairs. Let me show you what we found. So, boiler, I took it off and basically the top of the flue seal, the turret seal was leaking. So you can see all the rust in there. Luckily, it's not actually gone through the casing, so that's still room sealed. But you can see basically what that had all been leaking. So that was all, I can see now the state of it. That's just completely perished. So we're basically going to rebuild the flue section. So got myself, this is fine, I checked this, so this hasn't split or anything like that. So we're going to change the seal here. There's a seal in there which that goes into, so we're going to be changing that. And luckily I took the elbow off and I checked the flue because the actual internal of the flue has split as well. So we've got here new flue, new elbow, all new seals. It's 5:30, we need to get this done quick time because I need to be back home for latest 7:30 because Nikki's going out tonight. It's the first night she's having out without the kids, so I can't let her down either. So, and traffic is murder at the moment, so we're going to crack on with this, get this done as quick as possible, get the customer back up and running with heating and hot water because it is Friday and I'm absolutely rammo for the following week as well. So let's get this done. Start by breaking the flue out from the outside because it is sealed in, and then we can do all the bits and bobs on the inside as well. Okay, so I've changed that seal. So that's the new seal on there, which is all greased up. I've also greased up this end here as well. That's the flue duct seal. So that's the new seal in there. So now this should just go in like so. Let me just double check that's in, because then we've got this plate here which basically sits behind that screw to make sure it's tightened in. I think I'm going to need 2 hands to get this in, so you get the idea. Let me get that in and I'll show you how it's meant to look. Right, that's what I mean. So that's in now fully, and then you got that clip which goes into there, held in by that little retaining screw. So that stops this from basically coming out or popping out. So now we've got that in position. So we've got a little bit of movement there just to allow for the flue elbow to sit in. That seal just needs to go back on there, like so. This is the only real fiddly bit. Right. And I've also got, because the old, I think it's called a Bosch plate, that's all rusted as well. So I've got a new one of those. It's called a flue elbow plate. So I've got one of those. Dennis has got out the new elbow, so we'll pop the new elbow on, and then we've got the old flue out, so we can just literally take a measurement of that flue, cut the new one to the same size, and then pop it in, and then we can retest it, and then I can do the service, and then I can get back to the wife and kids. Right, flue elbows on. That seal's done. That seal's done. I've loosely put in the flue screw, so it gives me a bit of room to turn the flue at the moment till I get the horizontal section in, line it up, cut it. Well, like I said, we're just going to use the same lengths because that was spot on as it was, and we will get the new one out, cut it to the same length, pop it through, and then I can tighten up all the screws here. Right, we're very nearly done. Flue's in. Got that light.
Oh yeah.
So flue's been put back in, sealed, resealed. Well, the old one actually wasn't sealed, so we got quite lucky. We were able to just pull it out, but that's been sealed. Just got to get the black collar, put that back on top, and now we can get our 26 line checks, make sure it's all good, and then we can get out of here. Done. Let's get this shut. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, you had the white on show on the flue. Well, what white? No white. You need a little bit out, because once you put the collar on, you need a little bit for the collar to sit on. Otherwise, you won't be able to get that collar on. So I measured it properly. So there's no white on show now. Dennis,
Yeah.
how's today been?
Great day. Learn a lot.
It's been a roller coaster day. That's what it's been. He's learned what a day in the life of a gas engineer can be like. It doesn't always go straight forward. Every job we've had today has been issues.
Yeah.
It's not been a straightforward day, but we got through it. We've got everything done. Now we're off home. Let's go.